you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Cobain the Wise? Think not. It's not a story that all rock musicians say. It's an old corny love. Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay. No, I'm not trying to sing you a song or, to make you a lullaby. But this is the guitar that I'm trying to, harness. I'm trying to master the guitar as much as I can. Before that, I mastered this thing, the harmonica. Yes, today's video topic is about, well, you read the title, music. For those who don't know what music is, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you live under a rock. Maybe your religion says no. Maybe your family says no because, like a man ran away from his family and cursed music forever. Who cares? And unfortunately for this video, I cannot, start playing music, obviously, because copyright. I don't even know if those three keys on the guitar are literally just songs to something. I don't know, man. I just don't want to pull YouTube strings right now. But before that, I really like to tell YouTube that I am not playing anything, related to any music. It's just literally just the first G chord, okay? Nothing, the G, E chord, okay? There's no music, please. I didn't mean it, YouTube. Please, YouTube gods, please don't. But anyways, music. Everybody knows it. Everybody hears it. Obviously, you have to hear music, because why wouldn't you hear music? Can you see music? Well, technically, you can see someone like... Yeah, but obviously, you have to hear music. Music is one of the most craziest things in humanity. Okay, first of all, we need to talk about why am I doing this, why I'm talking about music. Because there's a little things I don't want to share about, with other people on the internet. But this is something I like to share because it probably relates to me and to my subscribers, if there are any. Because... to connect with people, maybe the best thing to connect is with music. And also, I want to see what's your favorite genre of music, or what is your preferred music you listen. What do you listen to where you will drive, or listen to while you were mad or sad, or doesn't matter. And also, maybe if someone animate this into a YouTube video, go ahead. I really want to see it. It'll be really cool because it just looks like a talk through video, and I'm pretty sure someone would animate it. But anyways, yeah, music. So everybody knows what it is. You don't have to play singing. I guess singing counts as music. Whatever, that is considered music. Music has been around this planet for centuries, and I'm never gonna explain the history of that. That will take forever. The history of music is crazy a lot, especially like now, when music industries and the music community, or obviously there's a music community. Everyone likes music. Everyone likes singing. Everybody likes playing an instrument. Before the before the apes were started bashing rocks together and putting holes on people's bones and then just blowing at it. And then, closing those holes, people starting to realize, wow, I can make some good things with this. And basically, that's how a band works, with a bunch of people. Now, I am not a super musical guy, but I do appreciate music at any kind of form of music ever. Except for there are some things that I really don't like. We'll start from here's are the things that I really don't like from some music, and some music that I do like. I'm starting with the don't like because there are a lot of types of music that I don't like. Like, not a lot, but there's more likes than not like. For examples, not recently, you heard of the Yes, Gen Alpha morons. I'm talking about the 6-7. So it's basically a song by Skrilla Dude. And when I was trying to understand the 6-7 meme because I want to be related with the kids, though. I want to be hip and cool, dog. I wanted to learn what the meaning of 6-7 is, and I eventually found it from a song by Skrilla Dude. And when I listened to it, I wish I didn't listen to it, and I wish I ripped off my ear from my head and stuffed my ear holes with metal pipes or something, because I do not want to hear that thing at all. Oh my gosh. It was basically like like 6 7, and then like and that's literally the end of the music. Like now the background music is beautiful. I think it was sample or something. But what I'm trying to say is mumble music. I hated that. I hated that so much because I understand rap. Now to know that I love rap. I love Jay-Z. I like Snoop Dogg. I like Kanye before he went nuts. So rap is amazing because it's literally just like rhymes and poets that became music. And here the Skrilla dude, it's literally nothing but mumbled words. Bro literally yelling like he was actually high of something while he was recording this music. And it's not just Skrilla dude. And I don't need to diss Mr. Skrilla dude. I'm just saying that there's gotta be other ways to do rap music. Rap music is actually really cool and very entertaining. I mean, Eminem does it, and everybody else who knows rap, freestyle rap is pretty much okay. But I just don't like the rap when it's just start mumbling weird words and like she blowed that thing like a jello, and what's NX, what's next, what's NXET. Like you don't have to mumble words, and you just follow the things that you need to learn, and you just need to research what you're trying to say. Like the songs like I Ain't She Gold Digger. Now that's a good song. I really thought I could avoid the copyrights, but I'm pretty sure I can't do that because I already mentioned a few songs, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get flagged by this. But anyways, yeah, so many good songs. It's I don't know. There's a lot of rap songs I already know, but then again, I really just don't like many of those songs that just mumbles rap. But now we're done with the hate. Oh, I also forgot to mention a lot of rap music that just made up words that aren't even real. Like I don't know. I just don't want to mention. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna get copyright again. But enough of that. Let's talk about some songs that I really like. Here's the thing. I like all kinds of genres of music. And that is not a lie. I like all hip-hop, rock, jazz, old-timies, classicals, raps, and punk rock, hard rock, or any kind of rock, or anything. What I listen to sometimes is really cool, I guess, because, based on the difference. For example, when I'm sleeping or when I'm dazing off outside of the light, I listen to like some really calming songs that are hip hop, or sometimes they're like songs that feels like I'm not gonna say I'm HIGH. There's so many like Here With Me, Anywhere, Rita Ora, The Chainsmokers, I Wanna Get IWGH by Wonderbag, Home Renaissance. Those songs or feels like kind of retro that makes me like feel sleepy, and I realize like I'm in the city. Those are one of my favorite songs right now, and then there's some songs that I'm actually listening to. Romantic songs are great, like Careless Whisper, and I think they call this Love, and there's so many others like Die With a Smile. Golden Hour is probably one of those. I don't know. And I play those when I'm really, I'm not saying I'm in love, but the feeling of love is great, because that's how great love songs are. And I know there's a bunch of love songs. There's probably a lot of love songs. Mostly the music industry, or the music, if I could pick up percentages of what music is, that's basically like, I'd say 80%, 70% of music is about love. Maybe. I also like anime songs too, because most of them are about action, most of them are about feelings, like Naruto's Wind, or the Attack on Titan Shinsobo Sasageyo, or Demon Slayer Gurenge. There are some really good songs that are involved in action, and not just that. There's also the background songs like Gyu versus Akaza, Rengoku's theme, Tanjiro's theme, and all the other theme songs. There's just so many, and I really couldn't explain it to you about how long I could do that. There's also many genres I start. Let's start from the old, not from like old monkey music like ooh ooh ah ah or ooh ooh ooh. Let's start from the classicals. I love classicals. Classicals are underrated to me because maybe nobody listens to it. For like the Waltz of the Flower, or maybe Bach. so many people I know just like from classicals, and mostly, did you know that some rockers are also known for learning how to do rock? For examples like Can Can, Chopin Funeral, or the Swan Lake dance. There's so many, especially like MIDI ones are also part of the relaxing genre, like Claude Debussy, Claire de Lune, and so many more. There's so many classicals I had to explain to you, and I do listen to them. I'm not listening because I was getting related or something like nostalgia. There's just so many good with the things about classical. For example, let's go look at like the Einclass Nacht music or the Blue Danube or Waltz of the Flowers, for examples. They start from the I'm not a major on music, but I would say they were starting from the classic low and then starting slowly from up. It became really good. And mostly for classical, sometimes it can happen from single. For example, Caprice number 24. Now that's a good one. From Niccolo Paganini. He was the devil's violinist. I gotta stop explaining to you guys about that. But there's just so many good music that starts with classicals, because classicals are probably one of the greatest eras of music for the Renaissance. I think, yeah, I guess it was the Renaissance. I told you I'm not a history guy. I'm not a music guy. I'm not a music major. Even though I could just basically just play just like a few chords like this. See, not even me is that good. See, I'm literally trying to learn. And this is just a few chords. So anyways, enough with all of that. We're going closer to like the 1990s or 1920s. I really like those. They were really cool. The ones that like old radio chatter when I like to listen to, like when I do activities sometimes. Those two songs, like old oldies like 1940s jazz or old 1940s soft tunes or radio tunes. I love hearing the old radio statics. It makes it more like realistic what you hear from an actual radio. Same with also listening to the classics. That's what I do when I when I mop, when I wash dishes. I like to do that classical music. It makes me feel so relaxed and so aware of my presence and what am I doing. It makes me feel like, wow, I am calm. I'm gonna do all this stuff now. And especially that concludes with the classical musics and maybe not the oldie musics, maybe a bit. There's so many other genres that I wanted to talk about. There's just too much. Background musics for video games. Music's about cowboys and maybe Mexican guitar, or maybe something else like traditional music. Let's talk about that. Batak traditional music. Boan Ao by the Marsada Band is one of my favorite musics right now in Batak because I can remember the whole words, and Batak language is pretty difficult to understand, but I got a few words from it, and I really like to play with that with the guitar, hence I'm holding this. Also, the reason why I'm holding this is just because I can relax like this. But anyways, yeah, Batak music is so cool. Javanese music, well, let me say Jawa music, it's gonna be crazy. I just call it Jawa music, and then Borneo music. There's so many music that is based on like cultures and other stuff. Speaking of cultures, countries have a lot of music. Like for examples, let's go with the Dutch. The VOC anthem, like oh no, and I won't want to sing it, but it was so good and catchy. From Russia, Kalinka, Katusha, and Lole Kazakats. Britain, God Save the Queen, and Here Comes Your Majesty or whatever. America, there's so much music in America, but mostly in the culture. Native American music, powwow. There's also like country music, like Take Me Home from Country Road, or He's Bouncing on My Booty. There's so many. Italy, Addio Panini. I don't remember that thing. But France also. Speaking of other songs from countries, their national anthems are great. I like to sometimes listen to their national anthems. My favorite national anthem is probably not the French national anthem. I'm guessing the Argentinian national anthem and the Indonesian national anthem. Those were great anthems I hear. The Japanese national anthem was short, but it was pretty great. The Chinese national anthem was fine, and I really like the Vietnamese or the Vietnam national anthem. National anthems are great songs, which is really great, especially patriotic songs. Like I said, from the Russian one is Katusha. It's based on the rocket cars that they used in World War II. And I'm not even done with there. Irish, Irish music, and then Scottish bagpipes, Mongolian throat singing, which is one of my favorite things. If you guys don't know, Mongolian throat singing is basically we're trying to sing two tones at the same time. So I'm not gonna try to not flirt. I would say I'm not trying to impress anyone, but I can do a very good Sigit style, which is the other style. Let me just humiliate myself in here. That was a very faithful attempt that I tried it. But speaking of, traditional music from other countries, there's also many other things that can combine because traditional music plus rock. For example, there's this thing called like rock combined with the classicals. Here's an example for that. So this is called Pagnini, what I said, that Caprice number 24. And it has a rock version, and I think you should guys give it a try. I'll try to put a link on it on the video, and I think that is the coolest rock I've ever heard. When I listened to the classical version of it, I was really like, this guy, Pagnini was really good at, shredding. I wonder if it shreds on the electric guitar. Oh my gosh, it worked! I saw it. It does exist. That's pretty cool. And I think that's one of the cool things of people, like combining different types of music and then combining it together. Like, for examples, there's this Mongolian rock band called the Who, and I really like them. I don't know, what I don't know where they are, but I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this. It's called the Who, and I think I'll put a link to it too because they're my favorite types of people about rock and Mongolian rock, I guess, combining with Mongolian throat singing. All right, that's it. Let's go with rock. Rock. There's a lot of things. I'm a really good fan of rock. I am such a rock fan. Metallica, AC/DC, CCR, if you consider that rock. Twisted Sisters, glam rock, and so many. Slipknot. I'm not sure if you consider Slipknot as rock. What I'm saying is, I love rock, and it's great impact in my life. For those who don't know, like when I listen to rock, that's when sometimes I like to drive. Well, not really to drive, but I would say I will listen to rock when I was also doing chores or just, working on something, while I'm writing on something or drawing on something. I really like to bob my head. Rock is just so great to listen, for you to feel energetic. And for people who don't listen to rock, it's fine. I just don't like the people who think that rock is like evil and stuff. Rock is not something evil, it's something just to express themselves. It's been also used to express a lot of things. There's a bunch of kinds of types of rock there, and it mixed with pop and stuff. The known songs about rock is obviously like I said, AC/DC, Metallica, and Twisted Sisters, all of that. I just love rock, and that's all I have to say. Now, pop music or hip hop music, that was really good. All the continuation about the king of hip hop or king of pop, Michael Jackson. I love his songs, like Beat It, Thriller, and everything. They're all just great hits, and I can't tell you what other songs I like to hear about it. Even the modern time hip hops are cool too, like Dua Lipa, Bruno Mars, and I don't know, maybe Kanye a bit. I don't know. James Blunt, Ed Sheeran, or the Fall Out Boys. Speaking about Fall Out Boys, bands are cool. Imagine Dragons, and I don't know what it's called again. Like I said, Boy in a Band, Imagine Dragons, Coldplay. Did I already mention Fall Out Boys? I think I already mentioned Fall Out. What I'm trying to say is the modern songs are also good. Songs about sports, the World Cup songs, the World Cup anthems, or the songs on the Super Bowl, or people who attended the Super Bowl. Those are good songs too. And so many more. I haven't even tell you about my one of my favorite instruments yet. There's so many. The modern chord, the shamisen, the classicals are probably the piano. But what I already mastered is the harmonica, and I can play like a few songs in this thing. And this thing has been with me for a really long time, maybe 4 or 5 or 6 years. It's been pretty long, and I can play a few couple of songs in here. And when people ask what songs can you play and can like name the song, and it says like this. Let me see if I listen to this, and I can really search up what the songs would say. I think that's pretty sure what's basically how most musicians play music. Like, what song do you want me to play? I want you to play this song. This like, let's say Happy Birthday. Like, oh, Happy Birthday. Let me and then they just try to tune it out, and that's the same thing what I would do, which is pretty cool about musicians. People, not underestimate, but people who should really just appreciate musicians that are trying really hard, like people playing musical instruments. I like people who play the clarinet on public. Those people are really good. And I like people who are in a band. I like people who are rock bands. I like the guitar. Mostly I like electric guitars, but I guess acoustics would be fine. I also like weird traditional instruments like the shamisen, and like I said, the moringkur, or the taiko drums, or in Indonesia we call it the seruling or flute. The flutes are one of my favorite instruments too. There's just so many things I like to say about what my favorite songs are, like country music, or old spaghetti western music, or various other songs that I don't even heard that I just actually really like. I haven't even mentioned TV shows, movies, and video game songs. The song from Star Wars literally is one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. By I think it was James, or I don't know. I forgot who's the John Williams. Sorry, John Williams. John Williams was such a good composer on the Star Wars franchise. Even though there are some Star Wars movies that are actual slop, they still have really good soundtracks that make me still interested on the franchise. There are so many, like the Halo theme song, the God of War theme song. There's so many Mario theme songs, Sonic theme songs. I listen to those almost daily as well. Movies, TV shows, like for example the Stranger Things playlist, the One Piece live action. Yeah, that's the thing I literally listen to. The One Piece live action soundtrack. Movies, so many themes came from movies. Indiana Jones, Deadpool. It's just so many. There's just so many. I just couldn't explain it because that's how much music it is. I'm pretty sure if you combine like music versus people, like now, there are probably more music than people. Like 8 billion people. There are probably like billions of music that people will sometimes like and don't like, which is a pretty amazing thing that we humans, like to create, because music is creation, and I'm pretty sure that creation is pretty awesome. Now, why I'm talking all about this is because I just wanted to gush out about music. Like I said in the beginning, I really like music, and I really want to share like a bit of parts of me, what I do like in this world. I already showed you what I like swords and history and stuff. Now for music. Like all my music is literally just a bunch of mashup of this and that. It's just like a combination of like an all flavor ice cream together, and sometimes I will just scoop from here and then scoop from here, and I'll probably pick the cherry from here, and I'll pick from like the sprinkles from here. That's how crazy my music choice is. It's like literally that one meme with my Spotify playlist versus my Spotify playlist. I think it was this meme. If you guys know, it's like one of these memes. My Spotify playlist be like, there's a and there's more memes like that, like this meme, and then like I don't know, other memes, because that's what basically is my choice of music, because it's also part of my Spotify playlist. There's just so many different types of music that I think everyone has a taste. And for people who has the family of Coco, I hope you could find, some place to listen to music. I know there are some music that like has bad influence on people, and I know that, like for example, that mumble rap I told you about. That's literally just the meme, the thing I said. Like I really don't like the mumble rap thing. It's it's I don't want to hate on the weird mumble rap thing. It's literally just basically this me and what I'm trying to explain. And it's part of my Spotify. Everywhere, every single genre that you might find in the entirety of the world is probably in my Spotify playlist. Now I'm not going to promote it, and I'm not going to gush about or just telling you about my Spotify playlist. But if you want, I think it's there. I don't know how to copy a Spotify playlist. But anyways, yeah, that's all I have to say about music. Music's pretty cool. And then also like the people who taught me music and who gave me music and who recommend me musics about music. Like even like for example, for my sister, like he gives me music that involves like the like creepy anime things, like yandere stuff, whatever. My little brother recommend me old like like the pop music, that modern music. That's just almost the same as what I listen to. My mother introduced me to romantic like Hispanic musics, like from sitcoms or like telenovela. Those are the songs I actually listen to almost daily as well. My father also introduced me to a lot of rock music, like a lot, which is I really appreciate because we almost like has the same taste because I know how much I love rock, but I do keep a balance of it. My uncle taught me about traditional music. My best friend gave me music that's literally the Undertale music that I didn't know. That's all I have to say. Music is such a great thing about our human and our culture. I think this was just so impactful in our lives. And I think not if you just play a musical instrument and how bad you are, or sing at the karaoke night. I'm pretty sure music will make you feel what you haven't felt before, or what you have felt before. It will just need to come out. But anyways, that's all I have to say about music. Yeah, this was a weird talk, but that's all I have to say if anyone listens to this. Hope you're having a good day. Music, guitar, harmonica, Lady Gaga. See ya.